What's up, yins guys? Time for another video. Something I saw on the TV news the other day. It took some doing to find an internet article, because my local TV news don't always put everything on an article, but I found it in a few other articles. But my TV news reported on it, and so did other people's TV news, and a lot of things like it. And I always like, once again, I tell you, I always want to get an article that maybe you guys want to read and show a picture of it, so I can show a picture of this poor loser and judge what he looks like. Real piece of shit. Anyway, guy tries to go grab a 6-year-old. Well, the father, sends her up to take the trash out. It's a fairly safe neighborhood, right? And this dude comes by. It's caught on a door camera, too. And the dad chases him down, and eventually he gets arrested too. But going to get, don't think they're, thank God for doorbell cameras. Everybody should have one. Yeah, I do. We all do. Well, a nice neighborhood like this, they're very affordable now. Everybody in my neighborhood has them. But anyway, many crimes like this going around, but this one made our news. Shit like that makes the news every once in a while. She just 6 years old, just going to take out a little bit of trash, and a dude tries to grab her and snatch her away. She gets seen on camera. The father chases his ass down. And I'd like to show you an article, because look at this poor freak, this poor piece of shit. I mean, when they take that guy in court, they ought to, after they put him on trial for what he did, he shouldn't be allowed near nobody. And there's a lot of things about the justice system. Wait till something happens to somebody's kid before they do anything about it. People that do shit like this should be in automatic danger if they aren't already. It's definitely not. There's some places that they should be put on a list, and if they get within the feet of anybody, they actually should be locked up somewhere for the criminally insane and not be allowed to be prowling around, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm getting to what I actually think should be done to this dude, like get a bunch of angry fathers together or whatever. And this is before they put him in jail next to somebody that'll do whatever the hell they want with him in the shower, which he deserves it. But before that, you know what? The justice system is, I always said, is very devoid of creativity. But I tell you, one of the things I said before it should be done, make a vending machine with a little conveyor belt, like a window you put money in, and put it in the zoo, right? Maybe above the lion or the tiger pit, or above the alligators, or in Australia the crocodiles, right? Put money, people can put money in it, and a conveyor belt for these pedophiles, and just put the money in, and one of them go, drop down, then dinner and a show. Okay, and then another thing what ought to be done to these people, besides what I just said about the zoo. Well, you can actually do this before what I just said too. Before you, what I'm about to say here. Yeah, you tie him to a chair, right? And then duct tape a kazoo in his mouth, and you take a belt. No, a belt's not good enough. Wrapped up electrical extension cord, and keep whipping him in the groin, and then with a kazoo duct tape. A kazoo or a harmonica duct taped in their mouth, they make music when you ferociously whip them in the groin, you know what I mean? But on top of that, there's another thing you can do. You can get a bunch of pieces of shit like this and make a pipe organ out of them. Like, here you go. If you're now pay attention to this. You take a couple different lengths of conduit, shorter, longer, and you bolt them to a wall, like so. They make different notes, that's why short, long. And then you take maybe like the kind of brass flexible hose that's in the back of a gas stove, put it on one end of each of the pipe, and then with each of these pieces of shit strapped to a chair, take the other end of the flex hose, stick it in their mouth, right? Then you take a little table about the length of how many of them you have in a row, like table like this. It can be slightly curved like this. You know why? So that you have a taser put down on the table for each piece of shit, which will scream out a note. And then you put one of the end of wire to the taser to their groin, right? Then you take the player of the organ, right? Well, after you put like a piano keys on it too. You take the player of the organ, which that would be their chair, right? And then there you go. You can go play Ode to Joy. Take the take the show on the road. You know, maybe a lot of the local prisons for entertainment. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just saying. You know, what I mean, maybe some of you guys would like the vending machine idea at the same time. Put money in a conveyor, just in a trap door opens and down to the alligators. You know what I mean? But that's good too. But anyway, yeah. After they put a guy on trial, see what this person looks like. He ought to be put on trial for a very bad hairdo and whatever stupid looking facial hair it should be a law. They should, after they put you on trial for the crime, they ought to put them on trial for bad hair and bad facial hair, too. But yeah, you look at a picture of this dude, seriously, I mean, he looks like a seriously messed up person, the hell kind of drugs he's on. But anyway, yeah, pieces of shit like this, just flat out pieces of shit. They don't deserve anybody who does something like that. They don't deserve to be out and walking around. They ought to be put somewhere, like deemed as a danger, place for the criminally insane, or preferably, if it's not to your liking, the list of devices that I would create or punishments, but at the very least, thrown in a cell next to a fellow inmate that'll basically, yeah, and I'm not stereotyping any race that would make him a prison bitch either. Not stereotyping black people. I'm just saying it could also be a tattooed blonde white guy who has a nickname called Bam Bam. You know what I mean? What the hell's the difference? But you ought to be put in a cell next to somebody who would give him a well-deserved time in pound me in the ass prison. Yeah, remember that movie Office Space? Federal pound me in the ass prison. Yeah. But anyway.